Women Making News Live, your network to a new career and life. Women Making News is a nonprofit working to lift up, empower, and fast-track women in their journey to a more rewarding career and life.
Welcome to Women Making News Live. I'm your host, Demmie Hicks, and our special guest today, Shannon Alfonso, is the president and CEO of MMA Florida. We have been backstage in the studio for the last 45 minutes trying to correct technical difficulties. And every leader knows that you have to be in the moment and be prepared for the unexpected. We have been unable to connect Shannon to our broadcast today. That does not mean that she will not be able to connect as we move through. That is very possible and probably likely that she will not be able to come in. And I just have to take a second to share with you how disappointed I am about that. And I don't know how Shannon's feeling about that right now. I know how hard Caleah and Shannon and I were working backstage, but it didn't work. So we have to move forward. We had a lineup interview for Shannon today to share about her organization, MMA Florida, why she works there. We were going to hear from her talking about her transition into the C-suite. She became the president and the CEO of MMA Florida 7 years ago. And she was going to share with us what the beginning of that transition was like for her. Transitions are challenging at any stage, but I can only imagine, and in fact, I know firsthand that those challenges in the early stages of becoming a CEO and are like. We were then going to talk to Shannon about her journey to her confidence and confidence leading to her voice. What is it like for her? And what has it been like for her being in an organization like MMA, the size of MMA, in an industry that is male dominated, to become the CEO? I learned in my early interview with Shannon that she was the very first CEO woman to be appointed CEO within MMA. She shared with me that she was humbled by that she was scared, and that she was proud, and that she took that responsibility, as she still does today, so seriously. So she was going to share with us her journey to confidence and to voice. Vulnerability was another thing that Shannon brought up in our early conversation. And I said to her, Shannon, do you really want to talk about your vulnerability on the air with hundreds of people listening in? And she said, yes, I want to be transparent. I want to share the truth. And so my question to her is, do you really value vulnerability? Yes or no, and why? And her answer to that was yes, that she does value being vulnerable to those that she is around. What is real? What is transparent? That's her leadership style. And then another huge element for Shannon and her approach to leadership are her beliefs in servant leadership. And she was going to share with us, as only Shannon can, her beliefs in servant leadership. And then there was this that Shannon said, Demmie, I have learned to get power, you have to give power. I wanted her to share more about just exactly what she meant by that. But I'll tell you a few things that she shared with me during our early conversation. And it was around her leadership team and the way that she works to empower her leadership team. And that by giving power and empowering her leadership team, that comes back to her to lead, to accomplish the goals and initiatives and the growth that they've set forth. And then this one, I have to tell you that I don't have the answer for because I didn't ask her during our initial conversation. So we'll have to wait until Shannon can connect with us to get the answer to this. I wanted Shannon to share with the audience and with me what she's most proud of. I know when I look at her as a leader, and I've known Shannon for quite a while now, I can only imagine that she is proud of not only being associated with such an outstanding organization and what they do every day for their clients and their community and their colleagues, but that she is also proud of her team there in Florida. More than 300 colleagues and what they do every day to move the organization forward. I think she would tell us that she's proud of the challenges and the obstacles that they have overcome, especially given the time that we've all been in over the past 2-year period of time. So with that, I want to, and Shannon, if you've had the opportunity to tune into this broadcast and hear, I hope that you will join us again and that you will share the things that you shared with me about your vision for leadership, your approach to leadership, your very love and connection to your leadership. Thank you. At the very core of Women Making News Live is its ability to grant scholarships to women in the workplace. This month's scholarship award winner goes to Rebecca Williams. Rebecca Williams shows her leadership in many ways, in the way that she has adapted to her shift in her career during COVID. And her greatest accomplishment, as stated by Rebecca, has been that she accomplished her degree program while raising her 2 children.
I'm dedicated and on my way to the stars. Thank God I made it. I'm having fun so far. Ooh, hey, what I know now is that dreams come true. You got to believe in you.
Rebecca, congratulations on being this month's Scholarship Award recipient. And this month's job seeker for Women Making News Live is Deborah Gaspari. Deborah's specialty is relationship management and critical thinking. She lives in the Chicago area. I encourage all of you in our audience to reach out on LinkedIn, to reach out to me and make contact with Deborah, learn more about her, learn more about Rebecca Williams and her job search as well. Broadcasts and scholarships are made possible through the generosity of our donors and our sponsors. This month's sponsor is MMA Florida. Thank you all who have tuned in with us. We appreciate you making the choice to spend your time to learn more about Women Making News Live. Join us next month, October 20th, when our special guest will be the CEO of Squared Away, Michelle. Thank you for joining us.